Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you for joining me in Ultimate Party Week. Oh, this is my week-long back-to-back dedication to beautiful things to make for a party. But you can also find 7 more corresponding projects in an online class on my blog. And also, in order to make it ultimate, 4 more different things, because I'm working with this theme all week, and I promise I will tell you on Thursday the reason for this colourway. But you can find all of the visuals for 4 more themes, giving you a total of 70 different projects and looks and finishes, and it's just all awesome. But today we're doing the invitation. Now, as you know, I'm not doing anything in order, I'm just doing it as I fancy it, but I'm going to show you how to make this. And I don't often make cards in videos for YouTube. I kind of usually put them on my blog, but it works with the theme. So I'm going to do the framelit work, the stamping and the framelit work first, because my big shot is taking up space on my desk, and I'm going to wallop it with my elbow in a minute if I'm not careful. So I am using a dozen thoughts. Now, if you've been following my blog so far, you will know that actually I've restricted myself to colours, to foils, to finishes, to stamps and punches as much as I possibly can. And so I'm using a dozen thoughts here, and I'm also using this set somewhere else. I can't actually remember where. I think it might be in one of the class videos. But the point is that I wanted to make as much use of as little as possible, if that makes sense. So, Whisper White cardstock, ink, no, stamp on the block. I've got my ink, Coastal Cabana. And like I say, on Thursday I will tell you exactly the reasons why I've chosen that colour. So, straight in the middle. Let's pop that out to one side. And I've used the Labels Collection framelits for this. And I have taken the smallest to go around the sentiment, and then the next size up to go on a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. So I'm going to pop those out of the way for a second, bring in my big shot, trying not to take out the tripod, and hopefully that's in view. So I've got my 2 cutting plates, and I've got the magnetic platform, which is brilliant. I love it. If it wasn't full of corners and angles, I'd probably cuddle it, because it makes my life so much easier, because you can position exactly where you want your framelit and it's not going to budge. So I can't see if that's lined up because I'm looking at this at such a peculiar angle. So there we go, we'll put them both on at the same time and run the whole lot through. And it might crack a bit. That's the cutting plates doing what they're meant to do. They are accepting the pressure, the pounds and pounds and pounds of pressure that your big shot is doing, and not breaking or damaging anything. So pop those off, move that out of the way, and I'm now safe. My elbows are safe. So let's get rid of that and that one. And I will quickly sponge up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to punch all these bits out. So I want 2 white flowers, and I'm using the Petite Petals punch, and as the week goes on you will see that I'm using the same punches and everything all the way through. So these ones are from the Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack. Oops, oh, that was just gone on the floor. I'll have another couple of those. So there's 2 each of those, and then I'm going to have 1 of each with the Coastal Cabana ink. Cardstock even, it's not ink, this is card. So all of those, and then I'm bringing back in my ink and my sponge. And my sponge, I saw this idea on Pinterest. All I've done is I've cut a circular sponge into 6 pieces, 6 pie shapes, and then I think that's an extra large oval punch originally in the matching cardstock and written on it and stapled it. So like I say, I saw the idea on Pinterest forever ago, right when I first started with Stampin' Up. Such a clever idea, and it means you've got something to grip. Quickly do these white ones. It's a pretty effect. I actually haven't used the matching stamp set that goes with the Petite Petals. I haven't used it at all during this series. Not with this colour. Actually, did I use it in one of the others? I can't remember, but I haven't used it in this theme, and this is the Elegant Ladies theme. The other themes that I've got going on are Boys Party, Girls Party, a shower, and a garden party, which I think was I was most surprised with the results of that one myself, actually. Love it, love them all. Last one. I'm going to sponge the edges of just this one, and it just tints them. I love the tone on tone look. Right, get rid of those and start putting these together. So I want my flowers to pop up, and you can do this. Quite a lot of people have asked me what this is. This is the insert from the caddy that you can get from Stampin' Up to hold your clear blocks, but you can also use your piercing mat. That will work just as well. Or Angie Judah over in America has got her chick stand is available, which is basically, it's one of these, and I believe she ships all over the world, so you could get one of this sort of size as well. So I've lost my rhinestones now, so just quickly bung some of these in here as well. And you can see I did try and keep track of actually how much cardstock and supplies I was using when I was making all of the samples. And like I say, that's 70 projects I've got photographed. Oh, that's the wrong size. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. 70, but actually not as much as you would think. I haven't used anywhere near as much as I thought I would. And certainly with things like this vellum, I think it's too easy to hold beautiful things like that precious and not use them. So I've used them. I've used that, I've used glimmer paper, I've used foils. Oh, I've had a blast, an absolute whale of a time. Right, let's quickly put this together and then I will build the card and I will show you how I've got all of this stuff now. My Stampin' Dimensionals. A couple on the back of that. Let's move these bunches off the workspace. You don't need to keep looking at those, do you? Right. So, let's pop that to one side. Now, my card blank, which I've put down and lost. Where have I put? Oh, it's here. I have used standard British A4 card, which is a different size to American A4. So I'm going to give you the measurements for mine, and then I'm going to give you the measurements for yours if you use 8.5 by 11 paper. So mine is, my card blank was, I can't remember what it was. It was 21 centimetres. No, it wasn't. It was 29.7 centimetres by 21, and I have folded it in half. So I've done it that way. So basically I've cut a length in half and folded it in half. These parts measure 10 centimetres by 14.2, which is 3.78 inches by 5 5/8 of an inch. So the folded one of this is 10.5 by 14.7, 4 1/8 by 5.78. If you're using American cardstock, 8.5 by 11, cut your piece of cardstock straight down, so it would be 11 by 4 1/4. Fold it in half, so you are finishing with something that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Your layers that you're going to cut are going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Don't panic, it's all on my blog. Anyway, I just wanted to explain that obviously your cardstock is different to ours. Ours is, and I believe Australia and Europe, the rest of Europe, you also work with this the same A range paper. So you can just see, sorry, I was chatting through that. I've pierced a hole through both layers. I've got the tiny little silver blads. I haven't got blads at all, I've got brads. The little silver ones. Push that through. I've probably got that too close to the corner now. And this is what holds the vellum in place without glue. Although to be fair, with a spotty design, you could probably put glue dots behind the spots and you wouldn't notice them. So I'm going to come around and pierce all of the holes. This would probably be why I don't do videos of card making, because I waffle and chat too much. So on the back there. But I've really enjoyed coming up with Ultimate Party Week. I really, really enjoyed it. It started off in my head as a very small project. It was only going to be a few things, and a week later there's 70. That's just how my brain works. But I really enjoyed it. It's been a lot of hard work, But like I say, I've thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. Right, I'm going to have some Stampin' dimensionals on the back of that. And I will show you, don't put your hole too close to the edge because it's poking out slightly. Be careful when you're doing that, if you've got long legs on your brads. So get those off there. And then lay this onto your card. And the reason I've put the white behind the foil, the vellum, is so that you can see it. Because it's very pretty. And it lost itself on the black. So into the middle, and then let's just randomly pop all of these up in place. Paper piercer, mini glue dots, and throughout this week you are going to see just how much I love mini glue dots, and you're going to become very well acquainted with them. They are great though, aren't they? They hold everything in place without budging. Last couple. I like it. I like them because I can be pinpoint accurate with where I'm placing things. And if you roll them, when you pick them up, you get a little mini sort of kind of 3D effect. So, last little bit, let's pop a couple of crystals on in random places. And there. And that is your party invitation in the beautiful Coastal Cabana colours. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Do go and check out my blog. You can find out how to access the class with all of the corresponding projects to go with this, and also how to get hold of all the visuals and everything to go with the other 4 party things. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye.